Hi, my name is Jill Pocious, and this is the video for my Children's Medical Center Dallas interview. So the first question, what's the most satisfying aspect of working in music therapy? For me, I absolutely love how you're constantly thinking on your toes and having to be flexible. There is such a wide range of patients that we can service, from support during a bereavement to motivating a patient during physical therapy or occupational therapy, or even providing procedural support and a comforting, safe environment for a patient. I really think that the medical team can provide such a strong background on the needs of these patients. However, it's really when you walk in and you have that first 30 seconds to a minute when you're assessing the patient's needs that you have to come up with those creative interventions on the spot. It's an ever-changing environment, and I love that I'm constantly having to use my therapeutic judgment as well as being able to rely on other staff such as Child Life or the artist in residence to develop a plan of care that's best going to meet the needs of these patients. A very special and unique aspect of my internship that I've had the privilege to be a part of is the bereavement process for a lot of patients. And this really holds a special place in my heart. I really feel as though music can be so beneficial to patients during this time. So I currently have a patient who has a terminal diagnosis, and I'm working with him to create his own original DVD as a legacy project. He has Down syndrome, and according to his sister, he absolutely loves to watch himself perform. So I go with him to his infusion appointments, and we take videos of him singing and playing instruments to some of his favorite songs. And I'm also working with his sister to create some songs and some songwriting with her to put on this DVD. I actually had the opportunity to call in the artist in residence, so she was able to work with this patient to design an album cover, and we are soon going to be having a viewing party for the patient and all of his loved ones. And I really just think it's been such a powerful experience to be a part of, and really been beneficial for the family during this time when they're grieving with the imminent death of their child, but at the same time providing them with opportunities to have something positive and something normalizing during their hospitalization. Recently, I have had a few patients on my caseload that were nonverbal and had some severe developmental delays. And upon meeting with their nurses to ensure that they were medically stable enough for services, I was met with statements such as, "It's not worth your time, why would you bother, they don't know you're there, you can't do anything for them." And I really was able to utilize this opportunity as a time to educate the nurses in a respectful way as to the benefits of music therapy. I was able to share with them that for some of these patients, music is the only way they can express themselves when all other forms of communication fail for them. And it actually ended up being a great experience. One of the nurses, she watched my session, and since then I've received 4 or 5 other consults from her for patients. So I really think it's just been a great learning opportunity for me that you should utilize at all chances the opportunity to educate people on the benefit of music therapy and really stand true to knowing that music can help these patients no matter what their situation is. If there was one thing that I could change about my internship, I would increase the areas of the hospital that we were able to serve. I truly think that that continuity of care for patients is so important. Something that I've learned during my internship is how a lot of times it's a one-stop shop when you're meeting with patients. You need to assess their goals, implement the interventions, and meet those goals, hopefully by the end of that one session. But there are still a wide range of patients that are in the hospital for a long time. And I truly wish that we had the opportunity to follow them through all of their stages. I've had the experience now of being able to be present for a patient during their inpatient oncology stay, and then as they deteriorated, following them to the ICU and providing them with relaxation music. And then as they go to the inpatient rehabilitation unit, getting to see them there and work with them closely with PT or occupational therapy. But I still think there's so many other units and so many other places that our patients go within the hospital that it would be really beneficial if we could service all of those areas. I think the most important thing that I'm going to be taking away from my internship is truly how multifaceted our role is on the units. I've really learned to utilize music as that initial catalyst to develop a relationship and establish rapport with patients and their families, but there's so much more within our scope of practice that we can do. Providing supportive listening, being that person that patients feel is safe, particularly in procedural support or patients that just need extra assistance in coping. Really learned how to utilize music to work on those goals while still relying on other staff and trusting myself in my ability to be a supportive, listening person for families when that's what they truly need in that time. I will be singing and playing Fight Song by Rachel Platten. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I would scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice?